Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise! He's headed down below. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now, let's see what's here for me to sell.
Bapanada.
We have the Wayward Compass. Highly recommended. If you're having trouble finding your way in the maze of ruins below us, try this charm. It will pinpoint your location on your map. Incredibly helpful for finding your bearings in unfamiliar locations. I'm not buying that. Well, not right now. I'll buy it eventually. Will, you'll need this if you want to update your map with new areas as you explore. It's essential for anyone serious about mapping. Totally useless in Randomizer, which gives you the map, but, yeah. Absolutely useful here. The bench pin. These pins will mark benches and other rest spots on your map. Useful if you're exhausted and just need to find somewhere to sit. Cocoon pin. Have you seen those beautiful blue cocoons? I made these pins so you can keep track of them. The cocoons are pretty, but very delicate. Please be careful around them. Vendor pin. Use these pins to mark shopkeepers or any other interesting bugs you find on your travels. Every so often, you should pass by and see how they're doing. I'm sure they'd like that. Stagway pin. These pins will mark any stagway stations you visited. They must have been very lively places when the stags still traveled through them. Hot spring pin. I designed these pins to keep track of the kingdom's hot springs. I haven't visited any myself. I wonder if Cornifer might take me sometime. I'm sure you'd make better use of these pins till then. Scarab marker. These markers are new additions to the shop. They came with the God Home DLC, I think? You can use them to mark interesting spots on your map. The color is quite soothing, don't you think? Shell marker. These markers are a new addition to the shop. You can use them to mark interesting spots on your map. You could use this color to remind yourself of hard-won battles. All the places to end up, we've picked this dreary town. I'd thought it a temporary stop, then my husband became obsessed with that old ruin. Now he's spending all his time down there. He argues cartography is sound business, but other than you, who's buying? Are you enjoying yourself down in the ruins? At times my husband makes Hallinest sound a wonder, but sometimes it seems a ghastly, dangerous place.
Sanjo.
And yet somehow he gets there before us every single time, and not only does he get there before us, but he also manages to map out a good chunk of the place too. Even when I'm like, how in the world did you get here? We just opened the locked door. Ah, hello. I knew we'd meet again. How do you like my cozy little store? I've made myself pretty comfortable here, selling old trinkets to travelers like yourself. If you're planning a trip below, I have several items that may improve your chance of survival.
Ciel.
Mask shard. This old thing? Merely a fragment of something larger. Still, maybe you can make some use of it. Vessel fragment. A piece of a soul vessel. You know, those ghastly looking orb things? I don't really like the aura about it, but it's quite rare, so I'll have to charge you a high price. Simple key. Simply, a simple key. It will fit a variety of locks, which is useful if you like to poke around in places you don't belong. Gathering Swarm. This is why I needed the other 300 Geo. Do you find yourself leaving a lot of Geo behind as you hurry through the caverns? This charm will make sure that any loose change finds its way back to you. Stalwart Shell. Life in Hallinest can be tough, always taking hits and getting knocked around. This charm grants you more time to recover after taking damage, useful if you need to escape from a tight spot. Lumify Lantern. What's more important, a light to guide your way or a friend who will stay by your side? Why not both? Take this bright little fellow as your companion and he'll light your way through the thickest darkness. Rancid Egg. I found this under the counter. Some creature must have laid it here while I was stuck down in the ruins. I suppose you could buy it? I won't miss its sour odor. I see they've opened that mapping shop across the way. I suppose a little competition is healthy. Perhaps I should start to sell maps as well. Or is that a little aggressive? Heh, all's fair in a world made of Geo.
Oh, come on,
Pockets feeling empty? If you need some more Geo, take a trip into the ruins below us and hunt around. Just take care not to fall into a haze. I won't be coming down to rescue you.
Oh, come on, yeah.
Does the quill show up? The quill does show up. This is the False Knight. This is your first real boss. The other spots were, well, let's say optional. I know this guy a lot better now, and he's a lot easier. Ow. That's not to say I won't take any damage, but... That's the city crest. Has a special use that we won't see quite as soon as you're supposed to. Treasure chest is another location that I could have put in, and I didn't because I ran out of counters. They're basically the same thing as Geo Rocks, but but they are different, so I didn't. So I'm not including them. Oh, who is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange, empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down into Halonest's corpse, but I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help? Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift, a nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Oh. Don't be afraid. Have faith. That spell belongs to you now. All you need to do is take it. Oh, you won't be going much further without it, I promise you. Consumed the Vengeful Spirit. Tap A to unleash the spirit. Spells will deplete soul. Replenish soul by striking enemies. Oh, you've woken at last. I apologize. Perhaps I should have warned you about the power of that spell. I was watching over you as you slept, but seemed to have slipped away myself. Oh. Now we're awake, I was wondering whether you would do me a small favor. Not as repayment for my gift, of course, simply because we're now friends. You see, a horrid great beast has made its home in the heart of this temple. Such a disrespect. I would be quite grateful if you were to venture deeper in and slay it for me. It's a hardy creature, but with your new power, you're more than a match for it. Good luck with a small favor, my friend. Oh. What is it? Are you wondering about this gate between us? Oh, it's a curious thing, but this door will not open until you have slain that creature lying in the heart of the temple. Don't worry about it. I'm sure the spirits of my ancestors will be watching over you. Oh, so it's done then. You've slain the beast. The poor thing. It must have been terrified of you. It used to be quite docile, but the rancid air in these caverns filled it with some ancient rage. Still, you did what had to be done. You have my gratitude. Of course, we both know you wouldn't have made it through without that spell of mine. Oh. And look! The gate between us has opened. Oh. I'm sure you're eager to move on. Farewell and have faith. Whatever you are seeking, it will find you. Oh. When you hesitate, you'll get nothing more from me, I'm afraid. Though I do admire your persistence. Oh. We finally have something better than Fury of the Fallen, which only activates when I have no health. Well, when I have 1 health. Soul Catcher, used by shamans to draw more soul from the world around them. Increases the amount of soul gained when striking an enemy with the nail. The Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hallownest descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city at this kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. And we're into Greenpath. That's not me. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, though I must admit some of the area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Not interested then? Yes, quite understandable. Exploring without a map? Okay. So I guess you say the same thing.
Oh, not on that.
Then I won't be doing that ever again.
Chocolate.
I ran into another traveler as I made my way down here. I tried to call out to her as she dashed past, but she barely even glanced in my direction. Not an appreciator of maps like you and I, obviously.
Chocolate, look at this.
Yeah, if those platforms fall on a foe, then they just die instantly. Thankfully, there are no platforms that fall on you. Hello. Tiny squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside? To stalk, to kill, to understand? Then take it, my journal. It will aid you. At first the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of hunter. I can't chat with him? Okay, fine. I took the Hunter's Journal. Press minus to open the menu, then navigate to the journal pane. Defeat enemies to add new entries to the journal and decipher the Hunter's notes. Oh, right, and I also bought that map from Corner. Little squib, you may have overcome a few creatures, but you are only just beginning. Don't delay, descend into the belly of this world and hunt down the life you find. And this journal has quite a lot of text. I will be reading it. The city crest that we picked up, by the way. So, the map and quill, map of Hallownest. When resting at a bench or elsewhere, the quill can be used to update the map with newly discovered areas. The city crest, stone slab bearing the crest of the Hallownest capital city. Has an insert on the back that would fit into a slot. Mask shards. Shards of an ancient mask worn to protect oneself from harm. Collect 2 more to strengthen your shell and protect yourself from damage. Old nail. A traditional weapon of Hallownest. Its blade is blunt with age and wear. Focus. Focus collected soul to repair your shell and heal damage. Strike enemies to gather soul. Vengeful spirit. Conjure a spirit that will fly forward and burn foes in its path. The spirit requires soul to be conjured. Strike enemies to gather soul. There is quite a lot to read. I'm going to read these, read any new entries which are marked at the start of each stream. Since we didn't have the journal, we're going to read what I've got. This, and then I'll do it from then on. Krolid, and then I won't come back to it until the start of each stream from then on. So, Krolid, timid scavenger that crawls through the caverns looking for food. Dull and pathetic, hardly worth killing. Vengefly, flying predator that pursues its prey relentlessly. You can see we have a large number of these things that we have to kill in order to get all of the stuff. Gruzzer, simple-minded creature that haphazardly buzzes around, bumping into things. Gruzmother, mature gruzzer that carries its young in its belly, attacks by hurling its huge body around. Tick-Tick, uses its small sharp claws to climb along walls and roofs. Aspid Hunter, bests its prey by spitting corrosive liquid, often hunts in packs. Aspid Mother, carries the eggs of its young inside its belly, can hatch and birth its young as needed to deal with intruders. Aspid Hatchling, recently birthed, these young aspid instinctively swarm around intruders. Wandering Husk, the remains of a bug animated by a strange force, wanders the roads where it once lived. Husk Hornhead, the remains of a bug animated by a strange force, uses its horn to attack any uninfected creature it finds. Leaping Husk, the remains of a bug animated by a strange force, it will instinctively leap at uninfected creatures to attack them. Husk Bully, the remains of a bug animated by a strange force. It aggressively attacks any uninfected creature it finds. Husk Guard, the remains of a great Hellenist cross guard animated by a strange force. Instinct still drives it to guard its post against intruders. False Knight, a maggot driven mad by a strange force, inhabits a stolen armored shell. Weak creatures love to steal the strength of others. Their lives are brief and fearful, and they yearn to have the power to dominate those who have dominated them. Balder rolls into a ball and propels itself at intruders who wander into its territory, aggressive even when newly born. Elder Balder, bulky and covered in thick plating, retracts into itself when attacked. As they age, these creatures become too heavy and lumpy to roll around freely. Instead, they curl up and hide from the world. What do they think of in there, wrapped up inside of themselves? More carefree times, perhaps. Moskin, plant-like bug that charges at foes when close. Volatile Moskin, plant-like bug swollen with infection, releases deadly gas when threatened. Fool Eater, carnivorous plant that snaps at any creature that comes close. Squint, charges at prey with its needle-like proboscis. Askfly, harmless flying creature that favors serene environments, usually travels in flocks. Brooding Moloch, ferocious but extremely social creature. Becomes aggressive if not able to mingle with its own kind. I hear this beast crying out sometimes as I prowl the caverns, although I've never actually laid eyes on it. Who or what is it calling for? As far as I can tell, its voice is never answered. Shade, echo of a previous life. Defeat it to retake its power and become whole. Each of us leaves an imprint of something when we die. A stain on the world. I don't know how much longer this kingdom can bear the weight of so many past lives. Those who stray from the White King's roads shall face the law of Oon. From moss and leaf our life is drawn. While it grows upon the path, we shall never wilt. The greater mind once dreamed of leaf and cast these caverns so. In every bush and every vine, the mind of Un reveals itself to us. What's interesting is that didn't count as a boss, even though it gives boss Geo. Whatever. Just what do you think you're doing? You dare to come between me and my prey? Is it a habit of yours to scurry about getting in the way and causing bother? Know this, cur. I am Zoth the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again and you'll know why they call my weapon Life Ender. What are you still bothering me for? I'm a knight! I'm not interested in your childish games. I need my rest. Begone, lest I draw my nail. Notably, if you make enough progress in the game and do not come here and save him, he dies. That's the only point in the game where he can die. But he can, so. The green children walked from the dream unto these lands. Here we now shall wait, patient, for the call to return. Hi, this place is much changed since I last saw it. The greenery grows so wild, the stations like to be consumed by it. If we check the inventory... Wanderer's Journal, a journal left behind by a long-dead traveler. The words are written in a forgotten dialect and difficult to understand. Relic from Hellenist's past. This item now holds little value except for those dedicated to the kingdom's history. Come no closer, ghost. I've seen you creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom, a terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you tried to do. I can't allow it. Wow, I beat her without taking damage. Taken the Mothwing Cloak. Press R to dash forwards. Use the cloak to dash quickly along the ground or through the air. Would it seek to break the seals? They cannot be undone. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadow. Return to your darkness. Allow us our peace. However, they didn't actually kill us there. Nice. There's not actually anything over here, but I'm going to go anyway because there's something to be read. That is only here for a little bit. Oh, hello there! Seems we both tread far from the path. I can hardly believe those dusty old highways led us to such a lush and lively place. This building suggests some form of worship, though its idol has clearly been long forgotten. Doubles equally well for a moment's respite. I saw a strange fellow out there. He seemed quite taken by the lake. I'd planned to offer greetings, though figured I'd first tend to my nail on chance our meeting goes poorly. Your nail looks a fine instrument, but it's showing signs of wear. I'd wager up there it would take you far. Down here, however, I suspect you'll soon meet dangers the surface world can't match. Allemande is perfect for vigilant explorers like us. So tense and thrilling. In this place, you're either alert or you're dead. We're down here at the Lake of Un, but there's nothing more for us right now, so we're going to head back. There's that tense fellow that he's talking about, but there's not really anything to do with him. However, I can get a whole bunch of kills that way. In Un, we need you now. We grow tired away from you. Our leaves are falling.